Who's having the baby?
I am. Well, my wife is.
You don't look scared like most soon-to-be dads on TV.
I'm not. I'm actually really calm and extremely excited.
I'm Brett Miller. And you are?
Adam Wilkerson.
Well, congratulations, Adam Wilkerson.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brett Miller. Brett, do you mind if I ask what your middle name is?
As long as you don't mind if I ask you why.
Oh, well, my wife and I are still working on the baby's middle name. We have a lot of options, but none of the names we've come up with were really pulled on the old the heartstrings,
Okay, well, you're cutting it a little close, don't you think?
I know. Help me out here. What you got?
Okay, all right. You're gonna laugh. I don't have a great middle name at all.
Okay, now I've got to hear it.
My middle name is Maverick.
Maverick? Like Top Gun?
Shit, I wish. I'm actually Brett Maverick, like from the show Maverick.
Oh yeah, the one show with James Garner, right?
Yes, that's the one. My father was a big Western buff. I have a brother named Clint and a sister named Sarah. He even named our dog Joanne.
It's kind of awesome, man.
It is if you like Westerns, I guess.
Not a fan, huh?
Not particularly, no.
Well, your dad must have been pretty disappointed.
Kind of. I broke it to him the same day I told him I was gay. I figured if all the disappointment trains left from the same station around the same time, he could only choose from one to ride.
Sweet metaphor.
He didn't think so.
Brett, I find that times change and some people just refuse to change with it. I find that most people who haven't evolved yet, the people who don't believe in evolution, they just haven't done it yet,
Well, that's brilliantly said, Adam. I think you're going to be a great father, and, your wife is extremely lucky.
Thanks, man. She is pretty not bad herself.
So, what's with this old camera? I haven't seen one of those in years. I didn't even know they still made them.
Well, something Charlie and I do. It's kind of our thing.
Wait. Okay, wait. Who's Charlie?
Charlie is my wife. Well, her real name is actually Charlotte, but she thinks that that's an old lady's name, so she likes to go by Charlie.
So she would rather go by a boy's name instead of sounding like an old lady.
I know, right? She's a trip, man. I'll tell you what, I freaking love her, man. She's probably in a panic mode right now that I'm not back yet.
Okay, so explain this camera thing, and I'll then release you to be present at your child's birth, okay?
Thanks. It's our thing. When we first met, when we first started dating even, I came up with the idea to first buy the camera, then spend all day snapping photos. At the end of the day, we would drop the camera off at the 1 hour photo and spend that hour buying and gathering, scrapbooking stuff. When the photos were ready, we would pick up a pizza and spend the rest of the night building a scrapbook of the adventures that we had earlier that day. That was a popular date night to us, and we did it a lot. We did it the day I proposed, the day We moved in together. Even the day we got married. And I know Charlie is going to be expecting it today, but I still think that she will be surprised. That's what I'd like to think anyway. I want to be ready with the camera the moment that we first see our son. The first time that we hold our son for the very first time. Brett, I gotta tell you, that moment will not only live in our hearts, but it will be on the shelf with the rest of our love story for everyone to see long after we are gone.
It's amazing and awesome, Adam.
Brett, what are you doing here?
Basically the same thing you are, you know. Love, my husband and my best friend is nearing the end of his beautiful road, and this is all I can do.
What's his name?
Davis.
Brett, I'm so sorry. How long does Davis have left?
It could happen any day now, you know. I know I should be in there, but sometimes I like to just let him gather his own thoughts. I think it lets him accept it.
Have you accepted it? I couldn't even imagine.
Sometimes I have, other times I'm still in denial.
Cancer?
Yes. And thank you, Adam.
For what?
For not assuming he's dying of AIDS. You'd be so surprised at how many times people just fucking assume. It's just refreshing. Once again, thank you, Adam. You're gonna be an amazing dad. Assuming you don't miss your son's birth, so you gotta go, okay?
Right. Brett, I'm so sorry that you and Davis don't have much longer together, and I wanted to give you this. Capture as much of that love as you can, as possible, Brett, because you'll never forget it, and you'll miss having it. And thank you. Thank you so much for giving me a middle name for my son.
You're not actually gonna use Maverick, are you?
Oh, man, no. No, wait, man. But I think it would be an